don't know, Halloween is just like a weird holiday to be dressing up as anybody else's culture.
You can say the same thing about any costume. Are you gonna tell a 6-year-old girl that she can't dress up like a pirate because she doesn't know the history of pirates? Like,
That's very different.
what?
White people have culture. 3, 2, 1.
We're all technically white. If you're from England, if you're from Australia, if you're from wherever, South Africa, you know, we all have these crazy places we come from and these people are around and we get those ideas from those people. But that doesn't mean us as a whole have no culture.
But as a white person, it's not really a culture. You can have culture like I'm hella Irish, obviously, and that's a culture. But just being white is not it's not a culture. I can't relate to you just because you're white.
I think you could say that for any ethnicity though. If we were all black, could I relate to you guys if just because of the color of our skin?
Yes, because they go through very similar experiences, like they'll get discriminated against, and you're not getting discriminated against because of your skin color. They can both relate to that.
But I also feel like with culture, we branch out, we try different things, we want to do different things. So maybe we've lost a little bit of our culture.
Maybe we're creating a new culture.
There you go.
I believe in reverse racism. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what that is.
We can explain it.
Okay, what is it?
I'll stay here then.
Before I decide.
Reverse racism is like someone being racist against you because you are white. Like, do you believe that someone can be racist against a white person?
Yeah.
I grew up where it was completely like Hispanic culture. I was constantly made fun of because I was white. Oh, white people can't dance. White people look stupid, whatever.
They shouldn't say white people can't dance, but
And then-
they can't dance.
No, yeah, I
They
can't
shouldn't say
dance.
it.
Just putting that out there. But I mean, like, being honest though, like they would say those mean things to me and more hurtful things than that. It's like a hard pill to swallow because if I turned around and said, black people can't dance, I'd get hell for that. But then if someone says the same words to me, it's somehow okay because
You have to look at the difference of it though. And I relate to you. I grew up with all Latino or black friends. I had very few white friends. And yeah, I got made fun of for being like the white girl. I was gringa. And I didn't take offense to it because the huge part about racism is that there's hate and oppression behind it. And as a white person in America, I do not feel oppressed.
And I definitely think that we should take the log out of our own eyes before worrying about the sawdust in other people's. Like, I totally agree with that, but there is sawdust, so that's kind of just what I'm saying.
For me, I feel like anything we do can come out racist to any other type of race. But at the same time, if they say something mean or racist to us that we feel is racist, it kind of
supposed to
gets
be
brushed
okay.
off.
When I think of the word racism, I think more towards oppression, so that's why I'm in the disagree. Like, I'll deal with someone just being mean to me, but whatever.
Focusing on race divides us. 3, 2, 1.
I think it's important to focus on race in order to bring us together. There is a race issue in America, and if we just avoid it altogether and pretend like it's not happening, nothing's going to change, in my opinion.
I kind of was thinking about the question differently because if all I'm thinking about when I meet someone is, oh, I'm white and she's not white and I'm white and she's not white, like that for me, that's like what focusing on race is.
Yeah, we're never gonna be happy unless we just like all work together, just to like treat each other like each other. You know, like there is no race.
Yeah, and that sounds great, but it's like we're not there. We're not there. I feel like people who have that perspective might also say like, oh, I don't see color, or try to have that attitude. I don't think that helps anybody. I think we need to respect each other's backgrounds, and like that is only gonna happen if we do see color. We do like appreciate everybody's differences.
Cultural appropriation is real. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think cultural appropriation is very real. You see all the time, like Coachella, we're in LA, and you see people in the Native American headdresses without knowing how important that is to Native people.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a difference between respecting the culture and completely disrespecting the culture. But then also, if you want to dress up on Halloween like a geisha because you like the costume, you think it's a beautiful costume, that I wouldn't say is...
I wouldn't do that. I think if you're gonna go and dress up as a geisha without knowing the importance of it and just being like, well, this is cute, like I'm gonna put this on. And also, even if you did know the importance and you're like, I don't know, Halloween is just like a weird holiday to be dressing up as anybody else's culture.
You can say the same thing about any costume. Are you gonna tell a 6-year-old girl that she can't dress up like a pirate because she doesn't know the history of pirates? Like,
Well, that's very different.
well, so it's just like,
That's very different. Those are children.
I think it's a lot about intention because I think wearing that thing at Coachella, like I feel like I would see that as that person mocking someone.
Well, even if they don't intentionally mean it, it's
Yeah.
still offensive.
I should be able to say the N-word while singing along to a song. 3, 2, 1.
the only reason I'm at somewhat disagree is because a lot of my favorite rappers use it frequently. Like if I'm listening to my favorite Childish Gambino song, which drops it like 100 times,
Right. I know. So
you know
like
that
in the car, it's like.
it's like I'm not sitting there thinking all these horrible things about black people, and I'm like, it's just in the song, and when I'm singing, it comes out.
There's like 2 different forms of the word. There ends with an ER and with an A. And like with my friends, they're like, oh, you can say it with an A, like that won't hurt my feelings.
That's what people told me.
But also, like, even when I'm in the car by myself, like, I still feel like it's not my place. Maybe I'll, like, whisper it, like, with an A at the end, you know, like, if I'm by myself. But, like, out of the respect for other people, I just think it's more appropriate not to say it at all.
Do you guys think rappers should stop putting it in their songs?
No.
I feel like if they're
Why?
African American...
If you think it's wrong, though, why?
I don't think it's wrong because the history of the N-word slave owners would call black people as the N-word with the hard R at the end. If black people want to take that word and claim it as their own and claim that painful history and like be like, F you, like I'm gonna claim this word, I think they should be allowed to do that. I don't think as a white person I have that right to take a word that was derogatory towards them. They should 100% have the right to do that.
But do you think it's okay for a white person to sing the song?
See,
and
that's
say
where
that?
we're like all on the fence. It's like I feel like
It's a word used as my friend basically, and like just like she said, if they want to take that back from its horrible origins, then I'm totally fine with that. But as a white person, you can't say that word without feeling a certain way.
Yeah,
And so
but I have a
that's why
question.
I don't.
If they didn't put it in their songs, you wouldn't say it, right?
No, yeah, 100%.
So are they causing people to say that word more often? Because she wouldn't say it if
It's
it
not
wasn't.
white people's place to tell them what they can and cannot use. So.
I live a privileged life. 3, 2, 1.
It's so sad to say because I never say it out loud, but it's the truth, is like getting pulled over by the police. I always feel like I have a little bit of a one-up because I'm white, because I'm a woman. And I feel so bad that that's the truth, but this is a real thing and it's unfortunate.
For me, as an individual, I feel like I'm not privileged. Sure, like white people background came from like being higher up on the scale, but I've gone through really hard things before. You know, I don't feel like I'm superior over other people. So as an individual, I don't feel like I'm privileged.
I think privileged, I guess I don't really think that I'm above other people. I just think that naturally I'm treated differently.
yeah, it's like perception. It's just perceptions.
Yeah, I think that's a huge misconception. I have privilege that I didn't ask for. It's just society sees me as like the standard for whatever reason, and because of that, I get treated differently. And white privilege, like you said, it's not about what you've gone through or what you experience. It's 100% how the world sees me.
I am proud to be white. 3, 2, 1.
Just be in the middle.
Yeah. Can there be a middle?
All right.
Gotta pick a side. Pick a side.
I don't know which side to pick.
Don't hate me, guys.
I almost went there too. It's like
I
it's
think
so
like
hard.
guiltily, like I'm like happy that I'm not oppressed, but I'm not proud of like things people have done in the past.
When I think of being proud of something, I think of something I worked for, or that I had to do nothing to be white, absolutely nothing, and nothing was taken from me because I was white.
It's like saying I'm a proud white person is a completely different saying than saying I'm a proud black person. Because when you hear I'm a proud black person, I think empowerment, I think strength, I think courage, I think, all these amazing things that the black community has done and accomplished throughout the years. But then when you say I'm a proud white person, already there's so much hate involved in that.
Thing about that is like how you said, someone who says I'm proud to be black, that's empowerment. Why aren't I allowed to be proud to be white? What makes it
You
wrong?
haven't been oppressed.
Yeah, what are you proud of? Just your skin color? Because yes, that is wrong.
So you're
So
saying I can't be proud to be white because I don't have a culture.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's that when white people say they're proud to be white, a lot of times, at least in my opinion, they're talking about their skin color, that they're not a different race. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
But as like we were talking about, as a proud black person, they've been oppressed, that a lot of their culture was stolen from them. And a lot of reasons that I don't like proud to be white is because it has, the Nazis used it, the KKK used it. I don't want to be associated with any of those things, so I'm just gonna completely stay away from that.
Sure, I'm not proud of what my culture's done, but at the same time, I would not want to be anything else. If I had to choose another race, I don't know what I would be. I'm okay with where I am, even though I'm getting backlash about being white.
No food questions? I was waiting on the food question.
Do you like Starbucks?
How many of you are vegan?
That's all right.
Hey guys, this is John.
And I'm Erin.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Spectrum. We hope you enjoyed the discussion. Let us know what you thought in the comments below.
And if you'd like to watch more of our videos, click here.